lovely warm day, and actually that sun. Oh, it's a stunning day, but the glare in this room has always been a problem. But hello, I left my last vlog saying that I'd had a very spontaneous slash also not spontaneous move around in my studio. I've been thinking about it a lot, and because my son's going to nursery at the end of this month, well, he's having his settling in sessions at the end of this month and then starting nursery in April, like the first week of April, and if you've been following along, I'm dreading it. I've got my blind down and everything, and it's still too much. Wee wee time, let's go for a wee wee. Hello, duty called with my son. He needed help going to the toilet. Yeah, I'll be honest, since my son was born, this room became a little bit of a dumping ground. It became somewhere to dry clothes, it became somewhere to just dump stuff and think about it when I had the chance, when I had the time. Gradually it's become my studio again. There was a few times where I felt a lot of disconnect between this room and my life, I guess. It felt like a different life that I used to have, all for really, like, obviously lovely reasons. But now that it feels like we're approaching a huge milestone and he's going to nursery, it feels like I'll be getting even more work time back. I'll be getting another approximately between 11 and 15 hours a week back in my studio, which will be amazing because I managed to get so much done in the evenings, but long term it's not like a sustainable thing long term. So I've been thinking for a while about returning to work, I guess, properly. I've been doing as much as I can as and when, and it's been crazy. But I also even thought about getting an external studio space to sort of help separate work and life, and also provide more space for more stock, and just thinking of ways to build my business really. But I went to view some offices back in November and I was like, right, yeah, this is the direction that I'd like to go in. But the more I've thought about it, the more I'm like, I just don't feel in my gut that I'm ready for that. I want to stay at home. I love my home studio, and since falling back in love with this space, I think maybe I was looking at external studio spaces to make my work feel more valid again, perhaps. I don't know. I wanted to explore that, and I'm glad that I did, but it did make me realise eventually that I love being at home. And yeah, I decided to completely ransack my room, and that's what you would have seen at the end of my last studio vlog. As I started it, James came in here to help me because some of this furniture is really heavy. It's got stuff in it and it's just way easier for two people to move it than just one. But we moved everything, so the room is now back to front. So I've still got my lovely stripy walls behind me with all of my like artwork and my books and bits and pieces, but you'll see my desk behind me now, which I've always wanted a setup where like my desk is behind me because my window is here, so like natural light coming in to film and stuff. I'm hoping that this is just a nicer setup. Mr. Cheese is still here. I've also got a delivery from IKEA actually coming tonight, well this afternoon, and I've got a pegboard coming to hopefully get some more storage onto the walls, utilise the wall space a bit more. And with that I'm also going to be taking down a lot of my art prints and having a good shuffle around. I'd like this wall next to me to have a bit of art on it, but I've also got a shelf going up on this wall, so probably Wednesday when Little Bear's with his grandma, I think will probably make mine and James's life a hell of a lot easier to get some shelves and things on the walls to just, you know, do the last few bits for this space. And then what I've also got coming tomorrow, and I'll probably tackle this on Wednesday too, is I bought some vinyl. I've never used vinyl before, but I've got a Cricut machine that doesn't get utilised enough, I'm going to be honest. I don't use it to its full potential. I usually just make stickers with it and lanyard packaging, but I've bought a roll of black matte vinyl, and I've got an extra large mat for the Cricut machine, and I'm going to try and make myself a decal of my logo to go on my wall above my packing station. So I now have a packing station because we've decluttered and we've been brutal and ruthless and got rid of things that just do not need to be in here, while still keeping it a nice pretty space for me to work in with a lot of personality and a lot of, you know, lovely aesthetics that just make it such a lovely room to be in. And I'm very, very grateful that I get to work from home. I'm buzzing about it. But yeah, I'm just looking at all my prints. I've started to take them down. I need to give the walls a bit of a clean because there's like some blue tack marks. So I just need to see if I can get some of that off, hoping I don't have to repaint that wall because please no. I think more than anything I wanted it to feel like a nice fresh start. I wanted to feel like I was stepping into a new era, I guess. I had my delivery today of my IKEA bits and pieces. Oh, that frame actually is for the bedroom, of a really lovely print that James got me from Little Bear for my first ever Mother's Day, and I won't show it to you because it's got like location on it and stuff, but it's basically a constellation art print of the night sky the night that my son was born, with the exact like pinpoint of where we were the night that he was born and how the sky looked that night. And it's one of my favourite things in the world, but the frame broke, so I had to get a new one because it was just completely, you couldn't repair it, and the actual like frame broke. So I got a new one and it's gonna go up in my bedroom. Hello, but what I'm gonna do first is go for a shower real quick before I start my evening stint in the studio, because I just feel very like, went to soft play earlier, and you know when you come out of soft play you just like feel you've got every illness under the sun. So let's wash it off. Can you put them all in the bag for me? Stand here and put them all in the bag for me. Okay, up here. Good job. It is Monday evening and I'm just about to pack this wholesale order for a bunch of washi tapes. These ones are staying within the UK. So I've got Friday night dinner on the computer behind me and I'm just going to pack this, get some labels on some other orders, and then hopefully find some drawing time. We're in here again together, aren't we, buddy? You want some help? Hang on, let me just... Oh, wants help with this little tape measure that he's playing with. There you go, buddy. So, last night I made a start on testing out the cardstocks from last week's vlog. I haven't got around to it until now, but I needed to print off some more bookmarks anyway, so I thought I'd give these a test, and this is actually showing up not too bad on camera, but in person this is so, like, the colours just haven't settled very nicely on the paper. It really wasn't the best. You're looking for a pen? I can get you a pen. Would you like a pen? Here you go.
No.
You don't want it? Okay. Welcome to the fickle life of a toddler. They're still not terrible, so what I'm going to do is cut them out and I will put those in my freebie basket / mystery box basket. If we move on to, if you look at the colour difference as well, you can see how much you can see how much the colour has settled nicer into these other cards. Yeah, that's my Melody. It's very hard to see on camera, but in person there's a definite difference. This is the linen card, which I don't know if you remember, I said I wasn't a fan of this one, but seeing something printed onto it has actually changed my mind. I actually really like it. And then we've got this one, which is the best. That's my favourite, but these two, the colours have come out really stunning. I'm very happy, but this one I think is better for bookmarks, possibly even greeting cards. I might be able to get away with this one for greeting cards because it's still a sturdy card, but for this one, the card is like, it's over 300 GSM, so it's nice and thick, and it would be perfect for bookmarks. But I've made... He's spinning on Mummy's chair now, that's nice. My goodness. Whee! Yeah, I'm going to go and get some more of these two papers for sure, but I haven't tried out the Tintoretto one yet, which is the one that I'm really hoping is the one. Otherwise, not gonna lie, I really like the linen card. I think that's beautiful. Don't know if you can see like in the camera. Let's try and show you. There we go. The texture on that one is really, really lush. I like it. And then I haven't tested this. What are you doing up here, mister?
Bat.
Are you helping?
Bat.
A bat? That's not a bat, baby. That's a rabbit. It's a rabbit. This one I haven't tested out yet, but I want to make some little business cards or something with that and some swing tags for my pouches and hanging ornaments and stuff like that. But we've made a start at least. Be careful, you little chimp. It's a very sad / interesting day in the studio today because a book has just fallen off my shelf and onto one of the stems on Mr. Cheese and on my Sarah plant. So what I'm going to try and do... Help again? What do you need help with, baby?
Help.
Okay, thank you. Well done for asking for help. I don't know if it's, obviously I had no control over where it decided to snap, but it snapped right at the base of the stem where it was attached to like the main plant. So I'm going to see if I can propagate this leaf and see if it'll grow its own roots. I don't know, it's got a little bit of brown spot on the end there, but yeah, I just felt really sad just putting it straight in the bin, and I just thought I'd see what happens. I wanted to show you this before I put it away because I'm actually going to dismantle it and put it back in its box because it packs away really small. But I think I'm doing a market at the end of March and I really want to improve my setup, and I've got so many pins and badges now that I'd love to take with me. The mushrooms might even be here by then, so you never know, I might be able to take those. But there's little ridges in here where I can stand my cards of pins, and I can also have, I think, a row of 3. So obviously probably same design going backwards, but there's like 3 tiers here. I think I'm going to go back and get the 4-tier one. They are from Amazon, unfortunately. I know we all have sour feelings about Amazon. That's what I've got for my pins, probably greeting cards, and yeah, I'm going to just pack it away. I also saw a couple of other small businesses. I think it was Coco Natasha and Rebel Jones had these tablecloths. Now it's a shame they put the sticker over the top because you can't, or maybe I'll be able to take it off. Oh, here we go. These tablecloths are stretchy. Now this is coming up really dark on camera, but it's a forest green. I'll take it out of the pack and see if it's any different. Can you see that? It's actually called Hunter Green on the label, but I got this again, was from Amazon. Yeah. And this will fit roughly a 6-foot table, and it's stretchable, so the ends go over the legs, and I just thought this looked so much more professional. And I know that they come in different colours. I know Coco Natasha and Rebel Jones both use a pink one, I believe. I've got a green one just because it goes with my branding aesthetics really nicely. And you know what it's like when you're doing a market and the legs and the ends of your table keep flying up in the wind if you're outside. Things don't feel very secure. You also want to stash things underneath your table, like your suitcase or your bags or whatever, and this just helps to kind of, you know, give it a nice clean professional finish. So I got a different tablecloth. So this stand actually packs away into this really small box, so you can, you know, it's really easy to take away. I'm really pleased to share that my badge backings, so just my button badges, they used to be plastic, and this was what the supplier for my badge press, they only ever made plastic ones, so I didn't have a choice. But over the last few months they have brought out the metal ones, so I thought I'd get a pack to try, and hopefully now we can ditch the plastic. I also have a huge restock of the toadstool lanyards. Now, speaking of plastic, I'm actually going to ask my manufacturer next time I get some if they can stop, if they could perhaps not package them up in plastic and just send them as they are. or whether they can do paper bags instead to stop them from all getting tangled up. I'm not sure, but next time I do that, I will ask them just to see what they say. But I've got a huge restock of toadstool lanyards. I've been waiting for these, wow, since like December. But yeah, we have a nice big bag here, so I'm going to send some off to my stockist up in Carlisle. I'm also going to pop some in my wholesale, pop some on Etsy, pop some in my own shop, and yeah, hopefully that should keep us going for a little bit. Hello, happy weekend. I've just put together this just very quick sample of a business card. I've just simplified it because I think I'm going to try the coffee cardstock, the one that's got recycled coffee grounds in it, and I think just the texture and the overall feel of that paper will speak for itself, and I won't have to add like extra illustrations around the outside like I normally do. I think it will look nice, plain and simple, but still do the job. So I'm going to just print a sheet off, see what they look like. So I've just popped them all onto, oh, there's my fox, pop them all onto an A4 sheet so I can fit 9 on a sheet. I'm just going to see what happens. Here we go. So if I bring you over into the light properly, I totally forgot to put a crop mark on the right hand side. Am I Woolley or what? It's okay, I can blag it. But honestly, Ellis, I've just woken up from a little nap with my little boy actually. So I'm like, he's just in the shower with his daddy, and it's one of those very rare occasions where we were both like absolutely pooped, and I lay down on his bed, he lay down with me, and we had a nap. So I've literally just woken up. So I'll blame it on that, shall I? But they don't look bad at all, and I think, yeah, as I said, I think the little flex in the card, that does all the talking, I think, in terms of jazzing up the cardstock. I think they look really nice. So I'm just going to cut one out. And just do it by eyeball it, and yeah, hopefully they'll just be a nice little addition to put into my parcels. So this is what they look like, and what I could also do is make some little stickers with the Cricut machine to pop on the back. I mean, I could handwrite them on the back, but just to make it quicker and easier, I could make some stickers to pop on the back with the Cricut machine, just with like a little discount code or something for people, so they're like, they double up as a thank you card. I could just print on the back as well, but I'm thinking of, you know, when you change the discount code and things, it might just be easier to just whip a sticker on the back. I don't know, but I think this may work out a bit cheaper than getting business cards printed. I don't know, because business cards, they tend to be quite cheap anyway. But I love this cardstock so much, which is the main reason why I thought I'd try making them myself, because my current business card manufacturer doesn't do a cardstock like this, and I just really like it. It just aesthetically goes with my branding really well. So yeah, I love it. And I can also use the corner rounder to make it look a little bit different too. Should we do that now? Please excuse me, I am in my dressing gown. I'm in full-on mama bear sleepy mode. Oh, yeah, they look really profesh. I love these. And I've actually got some parcels next to me, so I can add one of these in. Also, is anyone else doing Springmas this year? I've never taken part before, but this year I saw it going on, and it's basically like Small Business Secret Santa, but for springtime. So I've been allocated another small business. I don't know who's been allocated me. The person I've got doesn't know that I've been allocated them. So you just pop a gift bundle together within a certain like value bracket. So I've put together a little box of goodies, and I'm so excited for the person that gets this. I'm not allowed to say because it'll spoil the fun, but I've had to write on the box that it's for Springmas, so that when it gets to its destination, that person knows that we all open it on the same day. And if you're curious about this, it's hosted and created and ran by Penny Lemon over on Instagram. So if you've missed out this time, which I think it's all sorted now, but I'm sure they'll do it again in the future, and you can all get involved. This one's all packed now, but I can just be like, whoop, there you go. James got me a new plant to mark the start of a new time in the studio. Isn't it lovely? I use the Picture This app, not sponsored, but if they'd like to, you know, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? I've yet to have my first sponsorship. So this is called a ZZ plant, that's the one, or an eternity plant, which is quite fitting actually, isn't it? It's a lovely plant though. I really like it and I've not had one like this before. There's these lying around because I've started to take down the like prints and just hanging ornaments from this wall. So as you can see, it's that's where the pegboard is going to go, I'm thinking, and I just want to like move my prints around. But just while I'm here, look, the Kickstarter stickers came. So these ones are the freebies for my patrons, and then these ones are the ones that you could add on for £3. So if you want this one and you pledged for the Kickstarter, all you need to do is go to my Patreon and sign up even just to the lowest tier, and I'll put this one in your Kickstarter box. It doesn't matter that you weren't a patron before, as long as you are a backer of the Kickstarter, I can give you one of these. So that's how you can get that one. And then this one, anyone can get this one, but if you want it early, obviously I can add it into your backer parcel now. They're just £3 each. I can send you a message and invoice you for one, and I'll just pop it into your existing parcel. Aren't they cute though? They've come out really nice. The colours are beautiful. Love them. And I also got a new mug for my studio to put all my copies in, and I love it. How completely stunning are these classic books? I saw them in the garden centre earlier and they were 2 for £6, so I got a couple. So, hello my darling.
Oh, shoes.
Shoes?
Oh, shoes.
Your shoes are downstairs.
Oh, shoes.
I actually collect...
Shoes.
Alright. I actually collect copies of Alice in Wonderland, so I don't have this one, and it's a really beautiful cover. And then I also got, which I'm going to start tonight because I've never read Wind in the Willows, and it just seems like the perfect story for me and all of my work and stuff. I think I might find some inspiration in this. Just look at them chilling. Yeah, Kenneth Graham. Let's dive into the world of the Wind in the Willows. I've made myself a peppermint tea, and I've got a cookie for tonight's little work stint in the studio. I'm going to do some sorting now, and actually, speaking of sorting, I've had a little research about avocado plants and why my leaves are going brown, and it seems to be a humidity problem. We're not a very humid country here in England, especially not in the winter, and apparently indoor homegrown avocados don't do well indoors anyway, but I'm going to see how far I can take it. It's going to be another 10 years before that thing gives me fruit, but I've relocated it to my bathroom. It's just had a lovely steam with me, and that's going to be the most humid place that I can find for it, other than putting it in a bag, which apparently also works. But yeah, I've rehomed my avocado plant to a different room, and now I'm going to try and set some of these bits up. The studio makeover is nearly complete. James put a pegboard and a new shelf up for me this morning, and I'm just about to embark on this quest of trying to make myself a vinyl logo for my wall behind me, just above my packing station. So I went and picked these bits up from Hobbycraft. They didn't have any weeding tools in stock, but I have got this from last time, so I'm hoping that helps me to you know, get it onto the wall nice and smoothly. So I got this last time, but they didn't have the weeding tool, which I could probably do with getting in the future if I'm going to be, I don't know, let's see how we get on with vinyl. I don't know if I'm going to absolutely hate this stuff or whether I'm going to want to try more things with it. But I got the black non-permanent, so it is removable, just in case, you know, over time I want to change the logo up and remove it. It's not going to be stuck there forever. And I also got a roll of the transfer tape, and didn't even realise they did these with Cricut, but look, I got a massive mat, so hopefully I can do a fairly big logo, get it on the wall. And whilst Little Bear is with his grandma today, I just thought I'd make it like my little project to get the studio finished in between doing bits and pieces for work. Had another arrival for the Kickstarter. It's not strictly Kickstarter, but I didn't want to run out of my packaging tape in the middle of packing all of the Kickstarter parcels, so I ordered some more. This is the one from Sticker Mule because it was on offer. I do still have quite a bit left of the one that I'm using currently, but I've been finding that I haven't been enjoying the design very much. I wanted to like it, but I don't. So I thought I'd try this one that's literally the same as my blankets and tea towels. These arrived today. These are like my packing slips, thank you leaflets for my orders. They've got a discount code on the back for you. So I'm just gonna... Your pants? That's nice. Oh, plants.
Pants.
Plants. You've watered the plants already, haven't you?
My pants.
Plants, yeah. I'm just gonna organise this a little bit, tidy it up, and then find a little place for these to live. That's a nice noise. Oh no. Okay, we're finished. Welcome to my new studio.